Have you ever wondered if something as simple as the way you cook your morning eggs could quietly be working against your health? Are you scrambling eggs the wrong way? Adding just one extra ingredient that silently fuels inflammation? Or storing them in a spot that turns them from a nutritious food into a hidden risk, especially after 60? For years, eggs have been praised as nature's perfect food, packed with protein, rich in brain-boosting choline, and almost sugar-free. But here's the part no one tells you. After a certain age, it's not the egg itself causing problems. It's the small mistakes we make around them. Could your seemingly harmless breakfast habits be the reason behind your cholesterol not improving, your knees feeling stiffer in the morning, or your memory being a bit foggier than it used to be? These are the potential health issues that common egg cooking mistakes could cause. Most people don't realize how tiny, daily choices, like the oil you use, the foods you pair with your eggs, or even how often you eat them, can quietly affect everything from joint pain to leg strength and heart health. But the good news is that these mistakes are easy to spot and even easier to fix, leading to potential improvements in your health and well-being. Stay with me, because we're about to break down the 4 most common mistakes that could be turning your eggs from a health booster into a silent saboteur, and more importantly, how to enjoy them safely and deliciously at any age. And be sure to watch until the very end. Mistake number 3 is something almost every senior does without thinking, and mistake number 4 might be sitting right now in your refrigerator, quietly putting your health at risk. Mistake number 1. Cooking with inflammatory oils. Let's start with the mistake that happens before the egg even touches your plate: the oil sitting quietly in your kitchen. For many seniors, a quick splash of vegetable oil, a spritz of cooking spray, or a spoonful of canola oil feels harmless, even healthy. But here's the hidden danger. These common oils are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6 isn't bad on its own, when it far outweighs omega-3 in your diet, a common issue today, it silently fuels chronic inflammation. According to Harvard Health, the typical American consumes 10 to 15 times more omega-6 than needed. This imbalance doesn't just stay hidden in the bloodstream. It raises inflammation markers, clogs arteries, disrupts cholesterol balance, and quietly affects the heart, joints, and even the flexibility of blood vessels. Amanda, 68, loved starting her mornings with 2 sunny-side-up eggs. For years, she'd reach for a vegetable oil blend, thinking it was the lighter, healthier option. But over time, she noticed her knees felt heavier. Her morning bloating lingered longer, and her cholesterol numbers crept up despite her best efforts. Her doctor didn't tell her to give up eggs, he told her to change the oil. Amanda's solution was simple yet effective. She switched to extra virgin olive oil on weekdays and tried ghee, a clarified butter rich in antioxidants, on weekends for variety. Some mornings, she even poached her eggs. No oil needed at all. The result? Her bloating disappeared, her knees felt lighter, and her breakfast stayed just as delicious. It was a small change, but it made all the difference. The result? Her bloating disappeared, her knees felt lighter, and her breakfast stayed just as delicious, all due to a simple change in oil. It was a small change, but it made all the difference. Have you checked the oil in your pan lately? Your choices, even the seemingly small ones, can significantly impact your health. Even if you cook your eggs perfectly, the oil you choose might quietly work against everything you're trying to improve. And as you'll soon see, even the foods you pair with your eggs could be undoing all their benefits. Mistake number 2. Pairing eggs with processed meats. Let's discuss a breakfast tradition that feels comforting but has a hidden cost: eggs paired with processed meats. For many seniors, it's the familiar morning plate: 2 eggs, a few strips of bacon or sausage, and a hot cup of coffee. Simple, satisfying, but quietly harmful. Here's why. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham contain sodium nitrates, nitrites, and chemical preservatives like BHA and BHT. These compounds don't just flavor the meat, they fuel inflammation, raise blood pressure, disrupt cholesterol balance, and have even been linked to serious health risks. According to the World Health Organization, processed meats are classified as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same category as tobacco and asbestos. That's not a small warning. It means there's clear evidence these meats increase the risk of colorectal cancer and heart disease, especially when consumed regularly. Now, let's meet Jeffrey. He's 72, a retired carpenter who has been eating the same breakfast for decades. 2 eggs, 2 slices of bacon, and black coffee. It was his daily routine. But over time, he began to notice troubling signs: tingling in his feet, heavy legs by midday, and deep fatigue that seemed to settle in before the morning was even over. His doctor ran some tests. There were early signs of plaque buildup, nerve inflammation, and circulation issues creeping in quietly. The likely culprit? Those daily strips of bacon. Jeffrey didn't have to give up his beloved eggs. He gave up the processed meat. He swapped his bacon for creamy slices of avocado, rich in heart-healthy fats. Some mornings he sautéed spinach and tomatoes with a dash of olive oil to boost circulation. And the results? His legs felt lighter, his afternoon energy returned, and his doctor even reduced his medication dosage. Have you ever paired eggs with bacon without thinking twice? It might be time to reconsider what's beside your eggs tomorrow morning. Because sometimes it's not what's on your plate. It's what's quietly stealing from your health without a sound. Mistake number 3, eating eggs the same way every day. This one might surprise you because it doesn't sound dangerous at all. But eating eggs the same way every day could quietly rob your body of vital nutrients. Eggs are simple, affordable, and packed with high-quality protein. But when they become your only breakfast ritual, day after day without variety, your body starts to miss out. Here's why. Too many yolks without balancing fiber can slowly contribute to rising cholesterol. A plate that's all protein but missing colorful fruits, vibrant greens, and healthy fats puts quiet stress on your metabolism. And over time, this monotony pushes out the very foods that bring balance to your digestion, your energy, and even your heart health. Let's meet Christine. She's 71 and loved her morning routine. Every day, without fail, she scrambled 2 eggs and placed them on white toast with a bit of butter. There was no fruit, vegetables, or variety. It felt safe, comforting, and familiar. But recently, Christine began to feel the difference. Constipation became a regular struggle. Her energy sagged by mid-morning. And when her annual checkup came around, her cholesterol had crept higher than ever before, along with borderline B12 deficiency and low folate. Her doctor gently explained the issue. It wasn't the eggs, it was what was missing alongside them. Christine didn't have to give up her beloved breakfast. She just had to open the door to new habits. Now, some mornings, she enjoys scrambled eggs with fresh berries and chia pudding, rich in fiber and antioxidants. On other days, she whisks spinach, tomatoes, and bell peppers into her eggs for a vibrant, nutrient-packed omelet. And once a week, she prepares mini egg muffins baked with onions and herbs. Easy to store, flavorful, and wonderfully nourishing. Within weeks, her digestion improved, her energy returned, and breakfast, once a routine chore, became something she looked forward to again. Do you eat eggs the same way every day? If you do, it might be time to invite a little more color to your plate. Sometimes it's not about removing what you love, it's about adding back what your body has quietly been asking for all along. Mistake number 4. Storing eggs improperly. Sometimes, the biggest risks to our health don't come from what we eat, but from what we never think to check. Take something as simple as where you store your eggs. It seems harmless, doesn't it? But for seniors, especially those with a weaker immune system, This tiny oversight could quietly lead to something far more serious. Eggs are porous by nature. Their shells, though smooth to the touch, are covered in microscopic holes. That means they can absorb moisture, odors, and most importantly, bacteria. And when stored improperly, harmful bacteria like Salmonella can grow unnoticed, turning a perfectly normal-looking egg into a hidden health hazard. Meet George. He's 72, independent, and still enjoys his morning trips to the local market. A few weeks ago, he had a rough spell, sharp stomach cramps, nausea, and chills that seemed to come out of nowhere. He thought it was just a passing bug, but one simple detail stood out when his doctor asked about his recent meals. George kept his eggs in the refrigerator door, the fridge's warmest and most unstable part. Worse yet, he had left the carton out on the counter for several hours while prepping breakfast the day before. That was all it took. The diagnosis? Mild foodborne illness from improperly stored eggs. It could have been far worse. George made just one small change. He started keeping his eggs in the fridge's main compartment where the temperature stays, cold and steady. He kept them in their original carton, which protects against moisture and bacterial contamination, and he made sure never to leave them out longer than 2 hours. Since then, no more stomach trouble, no more unexplained fatigue, and a lot more peace of mind. Have you checked where your eggs are stored? It's a tiny habit, but for your health and safety, it makes all the difference. Sometimes, protecting your well-being starts not on your plate, but right there in your refrigerator. Let's take a quiet moment to bring everything together, because now you know the 4 simple mistakes that can quietly turn one of the most nourishing foods into a silent health risk, especially after 60. And more importantly, you know how to, fix them. Mistake number 1, cooking with inflammatory oils. Amanda made one small change, swapping out vegetable oils for extra virgin olive oil and ghee. The result? Her joints felt lighter, and the bloating that clouded her mornings disappeared. Mistake number 2, pairing eggs with processed meats. Jeffrey didn't have to give up his eggs. He just let go of the bacon. His circulation improved with heart-healthy avocados and vibrant greens on his plate, and his afternoons felt energized again. Mistake number 3, eating eggs the same way, every day. Christine found that by adding fresh fruits and vegetables and rotating her egg recipes, her digestion smoothed out, her energy lifted, and breakfast became a joy again instead of a dull routine. And mistake number 4, storing eggs improperly. George learned the hard way that a simple habit, keeping eggs in the fridge door, could lead to dangerous bacteria growth. But with one slight shift, his peace of mind and health returned. These aren't big changes, but together, they create a powerful shift in how your body feels. Stronger, clearer, more vibrant. Now it's your turn. Which mistake feels most familiar? Have you found yourself standing in front of the stove, reaching for the wrong oil? Or maybe it's the quiet routine of bacon and eggs each morning without a second thought. Drop it in the comments below. Your small shift could inspire someone else watching right now, and if you'd like even more straightforward, life-changing tips, be sure to check out our senior nutrition playlist. It's filled with easy, science-backed habits to help you eat well, stay strong, and feel your very best at every age. Remember, it's not about giving things up. It's about making every choice work for you so you can live with more joy, energy, and years that feel truly your own. If this video helped you, please like it and share it with someone you care about.